Hello again. In this video, we're going to talk about the derivative of an exponential function. So theorem 3.16 says that if b is a positive number and b is not equal to 1, then for all x, the derivative of b raised to the x power is equal to b raised to the x power times the natural log of b. Now, the reason that we have this restriction that b must be positive is because it represents the base of an exponential function. And bases of exponential functions must be positive. And they cannot be equal to 1, because if they're equal to 1, then they're actually linear functions. Okay, so I want to show you that why this is true. The derivative of a positive base raised to the x power is the same as b to the x power times the natural log of b. Okay, the way we're going to figure out this derivative is we're going to use this property that we talked about in a previous video. Since these are inverse functions of each other, when you say e raised to the ln of x, that's the same as x. So it's also true that when you say e raised to the ln of b raised to the x power, that's the same as b raised to the x. And so what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this b raised to the x power. We're going to write it as this: e raised to the ln of b to the x, since they're the same thing. Now, the reason we're doing that is because we actually can find the derivative of this. Remember, you're allowed to pull this x down in front and multiply it by the logarithm. That's just a property of logarithms. So let's write it like that. So that's e raised to the x times the ln of b. Then the ln of b is simply a number. I mean, b is a fixed number. It's the base of this exponential. In fact, it's a fixed positive number. So ln of b is simply a number. So if you want to find the derivative of this, you can view this as e raised to the x times some number. This is really a composition of two functions. The inner function in this case is x times the ln of b. And so that means the outer function would be e raised to the u, since u is x times the ln of b. And then you can use the chain rule to find the derivative. Remember, you have to use the chain rule anytime you take the derivative of a composition of two functions. Okay, so dy dx is equal to dy du times du dx, right, which is what the chain rule says. Okay, so let's find dy du. So the derivative of y with respect to u, well, we're taking the derivative of e to the u with respect to u. And if you remember, the derivative of e to the x we showed earlier was the same as e to the x. In this case, we're taking the derivative of e to the u, but with respect to u, and so that's still e to the u. Okay, so that's our outer derivative. And then the inner derivative would be the derivative of this function with respect to x. Since ln of b is simply a constant, right, that's just a number, then the derivative of this is just going to be ln of b. It's no different than if I took the derivative of 5x. The derivative of 5x with respect to x is just 5. So in this case, it's just ln of b. Okay, so then we have our outer derivative times our inner derivative, and let's go ahead and replace the u. The u here is x times the ln of b. Now we're going to reverse this. We're going to actually pull this exponent back up, or this x in front, and we're going to pull it up as an exponent. Since those are the same thing. And the reason we're doing that is because since these are inverse functions of each other, that's the same as b raised to the x power. Okay, so we just found the derivative of this function. It's the outer derivative times the inner derivative. Right? B raised to the x power times the ln of b. Okay, and so that's theorem 316. So let's just do a quick example where we use this. So let's say you have 3 to the x power, right? This is an exponential function where the base is equal to 3. And we want to find the derivative of it. Well, the derivative is simply 3 to the x power, which is the outer derivative, times the natural log of 3. So it doesn't matter if you had, if you had 7 to the x, the derivative of 7 to the x power would be 7 to the x times the natural log of 7. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.